Hello students, this is Chandrasekhar, social science teacher, BGS Public School, Shitlagatta. Dear students, in this session we have to discuss about geography, chapter 2, physiographic divisions of Karnataka from 9th standard. This is a chapter 2, physiographic divisions of Karnataka. Physiographic. First of all, we have to learn what is the meaning of physiography or physiographic, like the study of physical features of the earth surface. The earth consists of different and variety types of the physical features that we have to learn. We have to learn only the different and variety characteristics of only our Karnataka state. Only our Karnataka state. So that is physiographic divisions of Karnataka. Divisions is nothing but parts. Different and variety types of the parts are there. Physiographic divisions of Karnataka. In this chapter, we can learn some of the important following aspects. After completion of the lesson, what we can understand in this lesson, that is very essential and that is very important. So first of all, in this lesson we have to learn the features of Karnataka. At what type of features consist of our Karnataka state? At what type of characteristics consist of our Karnataka state? At what type of nature consists of our Karnataka state? So that is the features of Karnataka. Then physical divisions of Karnataka. Physical divisions means parts. Totally Karnataka dividing into 4 important physical parts. The one is coastal plain, another one is Malnad region, then Maidan region. This Maidan region divided into 2 parts, Northern Maidan and Southern Maidan. So these are the physiographic divisions of Karnataka, or the physical divisions of Karnataka. Karnataka consists of 3 important physical divisions. One is the coastal plain, another one is the Malnad region, then last one Maidan region. So this Maidan region divided into 2 parts, Northern Maidan and Southern Maidan. So these are the physical divisions of Karnataka. Then the hills and the highest peaks of Karnataka. Hill stations. At what type of hill stations consist of our Karnataka state? For example, near to our Chikkaballapura, there is a Nandi Hill Station. And near Mysuru, Chamundi Hill Station. So like Mullayanagiri is there, Chikmagaluru district, and Kudremukha Hill Station is there. So that is the hill stations. And the highest peaks of Karnataka. Highest peaks, extreme point of something. It means top extreme point of something. So that we can understand in this lesson the hills and highest peaks of Karnataka. Hill stations and peaks almost are same. So dear students, these are the learning factors from the lesson physiographic divisions of Karnataka. So welcome to the lesson. Dear students, Karnataka state is a part of peninsular India. Karnataka is a part of peninsular India. So what is the meaning of here peninsular? I was already told when I was teaching previous lessons. Peninsula and peninsular. Peninsula and peninsular. Karnataka is a peninsular. But India is a peninsula. Peninsula means surrounded by 3 sides water and 1 side land. Peninsular means surrounded by 3 sides water and 1 side land. Example, India. Because of the reason, western part Arabian Sea, southern part Indian Ocean, eastern part Bay of Bengal, surrounded by India. Then northern part only Himalaya mountains. That is why India is called as peninsula. But here Karnataka peninsular, surrounded by three side land, one side water. Surrounded by three side land, one side water. For example, northern part we can see of our Karnataka state, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, such a states are locating. So that is the land. Then eastern part comes Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu is there. And southern part also, got it? Little bit Tamil Nadu, like Goa, like some of the important states are locating. But western part locating for Arabian Sea. So here three side land, one side water. That is why this is a peninsular. So which state? Karnataka state is a part of peninsular India. I hope you understood. And has diverse physical features. Diverse means variety types of the physical features consist of our Karnataka state. At what type of variety types of physical features? Karnataka consists of hill stations, highest mountain peaks, coastal areas, waterfalls, forest, islands, beaches, rivers, tourist places. So these all we should consist of the diverse physical features of India. Sorry, Karnataka. So Karnataka state is a part of peninsular India and has diverse physical features, variety types of the physical features. Once we look at that Karnataka map, got it? So northern part land, eastern part land, southern part land, but western part there is a ocean. So as it is like here, mainly diverse physical features. See here, waterfalls, hill stations, coastal areas. Like Karnataka consists of the variety types of the physical features. So the physical divisions on the basis of structure. On the basis of structure, it means the formation. On the basis of formation of Karnataka, got it? Karnataka can be divided into three important physical divisions. So the total Karnataka divided into three important physical divisions or three important physical parts of our Karnataka state. See, the first one is the coastal plain. Second one, the Malnad region. And third one, Maidan region. So this is 2 marks, very important question. Which are the physical divisions of Karnataka? Karnataka consists of 3 important physical divisions. They are the coastal plain, the Malnad region and the Maidan region. These are the 3 important physical divisions of our Karnataka state. So sometime these 3 also, got it? Very important for map work purpose. So sometimes possible to ask a questions especially in a map work. Then how we can locating for that means, for example, they asking coastal plain. So this green color is there, no? So that we should consider for the coastal plain. And another one, Malnad region. So this is second, that we should consider for the Malnad region. And Maidan, so this full Maidan region. So this very important for map work purpose. So you should be keep in your mind, Karnataka divided into 3 important physical divisions. So such important physical divisions are the coastal plain, the Malnad region and the Maidan region. So now we have to learn in detail information about one by one. The first one is the coastal plain. The first one is a coastal plain. Actually, what is a coastal plain? What is the meaning of coastal plain? So look at the picture, you can easily understand it. So this is the coastal plain area. That is the coastal plain area. Got it? A plain next to the coast. A plain next to the coast. So you look at the picture, here is their coastal area. Then this is the ocean. So that we should consider for the coastal plain. A plain next to the coast. A plain next to the coast. Coastal plain. So I was already located in a map. So this is the coastal area. This is the coastal area. You should be keep in your mind. This physical divisions lies between the Arabian Sea and the Malnad region. Dear students, this you should be keep in your mind. Coastal plain mainly located. Coastal plain mainly located between the Malnad region and Arabian Sea. I was already told. So this is western part of our Karnataka state located for Arabian Sea, and this is the Malnad region. So between is there, no? So that is a coastal plain. So this is between is there. This is a coastal plain. So this is a one more question. Where located for the Karnataka's coastal plain means this physical division. It means coastal plain lies between Arabian Sea and the Malnad region. The coastline extended. The coastline extended. So what is the meaning of here? Extended north to south. So this is the north and this is the south. So extended 320 kilometers. Extended 320 kilometers. Karnataka's coastline extended 320 kilometers from Mangalore in the south to Karwar in the north. So here Karwar, northern part, then southern part of Mangalore. So Karnataka's coastline extended mainly 320 kilometers. Northern part Karwar district, southern part Mangalore district. So this you should be particularly keep in your mind. Its width varies from 12 to 64 kilometers. Already told. North to south 320 kilometers. Then what about west to east? Width only 12 to 64 kilometers. 12 to only 64 kilometers its width. Extent north to south 320 kilometers. Then width varies from 12 to 64 kilometers. So it is broad in the south and becoming narrow towards north. Broad is nothing but, dear students, wide. Broad is nothing but wide. ತುಂಬ ಅಗಲವಾಗಿದೆ, ತುಂಬ ವಿಶಾಲವಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೌತರ್ನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಲೈನ್. ಬ್ರಾಡ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೈಡ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ wide. Then becoming narrow towards the north. Becoming narrow towards the north. It means very small. Southern part, the coastal plains are most of wide. While that coming to the northern part, that is decreasing. That is decreasing. It means very, very small. So it is broad in the south and becoming narrow towards the north. Towards the north. So this point you should be keep in your mind. Karnataka's coastal plain, southern part wide and northern part very, very small. So its height is more than 200 meters above the sea level. Karnataka's coastal plain height is 200 meters above the sea level. Height above the sea level. So here this is also a one mark question. Got it? Karnataka's coastal plain height is more than 200 meters above the sea level. ಅಂದರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ಸಮುದ್ರ ತೀರ ಪ್ರದೇಶಕ್ಕಿಂತ 200 ಮೀಟರ್ ಎತ್ತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Karnataka like standing position having, no, so that is the main reason. It is the height is more than 200 meters above the sea level. So it is called the Kenara or the Karnataka coastal line. Here Karnataka coastal line consists of two important names. Here Kenara means also same, Karnataka coastal line means also same. So this one, this is called as Kenara. Canara. Canara means also same, and Karnataka coastal line means also same. Sometimes they asking what are the important physical features of Canara. Canara means Karnataka's coastal line. So you should be properly keep in your mind. This is also called as coastal plain, also called as Canara or the Karnataka's coastal line. Many fast flowing rivers cut through the coastal areas informed by sea erosion. So here Karnataka's coastal plain here available for many fast flowing rivers, many fast flowing rivers, and these rivers are formed by the sea erosion. So you people are know for the soil erosion, you people are know the soil erosion. So as it is like here mainly the fast flowing rivers, the fast flowing rivers especially in the coastal areas formed by the sea erosion. What is the meaning of here sea erosion? The process of eroding or eroded by wind. ಸಮುದ್ರ ತೀರ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಸವೆತ ಉಂಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಣ್ಣು ಕೊಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸಿ ಎರೋಸಿನ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರಿಬೋದು. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಎರೋಸಿನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಮೆನಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ informed by sea erosion. Because of the reason the rivers not come from the same direction, ಅವು ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸೇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಎರೋಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. got it? So the rivers come different and various directions. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಣ್ಣು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So that many fast flowing rivers cut through the coastal areas is formed by sea erosion. So the rivers have formed estuaries. The river has formed estuaries. Estuaries is nothing but, dear students, so this is a river. Like ನದಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸೇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್. ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿಭಾಗ ಆಗಿ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸೇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್. So that you should be keep in your mind the rivers have formed estuaries, and however there are no deltas in this area. However there is no deltas in this area. Deltas, got it? It means we should consider for what about ಈ ನದಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ವ, ನದಿಯ ಬತ್ತಿ ಹೋದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ತುಂಬ ಏರಿಯಾ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಳು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ನದಿಗಳು ಬಂದು ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸೇರುತ್ತೋ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರಿವರ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ the rivers have formed estuaries, and however there are no deltas in this area. However there is no deltas in this area, especially for the coastal plain. So many fast flowing rivers cut through the coastal areas is formed by sea erosion, and the rivers have formed estuaries. However there are no deltas in this area. And there are many important ports along the coastal line. Ports, a harbor, it means ships to land and unload. ಸಮುದ್ರ ತೀರ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್, ಲೋಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅನ್ಲೋಡ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಬರ್ ಆರ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್. There are many ports along the coastline of our Karnataka state. So many ports consist of along the coastline of Karnataka state. So such a important ports are among them New Mangalore. So many ports are there, but among to all the New Mangalore port is very important, and new major port. So this is also called as gateway of Karnataka. New Mangalore port is called as the gateway of Karnataka, which is a very important port along the Karnataka coastal line. You should be keeping in your mind New Mangalore. So apart from this, different and variety types of the ports are located along the Karnataka coastline. So such a important ports are Bhatkala, Malpe, Kharwar, Kumata, Belikere, Honnavara. So these are the fishing ports. here see landing and distribution of fish here are always available for the fishing activities, catching for the fish, what it exporting fish and importing fish. So like this we should consider for the fishing port. Name the fishing ports of Karnataka's coastal line. Bhatkala, Malpe, Karwar, Kumata, Belikere, Honnavara. These are all the fishing ports of our Karnataka coastal line. Then after, many beautiful beaches are formed along the sea coast and attracted the tourist. So our Karnataka coastal line consists of so many beaches also. A land formed along the coast of an ocean. See the beach? You people are know? Malpe beach is there, Murdeshwara beach is there. So these beaches are attracting to the tourist. These beaches are attracting to the tourist. So such a important beautiful beaches located especially in our Karnataka coastal plain, and attract to the tourist from different states to, from different countries to visiting to our Indian country for seeing the coastal plains, especially for the beaches. So such a beautiful beaches located especially in our Karnataka state. So some of the prominent beaches are, so here Panamburu beach, Ullala, Someshwara. So these three beaches, Panamburu, Ullala and Someshwara, these three beaches located near Mangalore. So which are the three beaches located near to Mangalore means Panambur, Ullal and Someshwara. These three beaches are located near Mangalore. Then after, Malpe near Udupi. Another one beach, Malpe. This is located near Udupi. And Karwara in the north, Murdeshwara near Honnavara, Maravante and Om beach near Gokarna. So here see, Malpe near Udupi, then Karwara in the north, there also is their beach. Next, Murdeshwara near Honnavara, Maravante and Om beach near Gokarna. So such a kind of beautiful beaches attract into the tourist. So Panamburu, Ullala, Someshwara near Mangalore, Malpe near Udupi, then Karwara in the north, that is also one of the important beach. Then Murdeshwara near Honnavar, Maravante and Om beach near Gokarna. These are all the beautiful beaches of our Karnataka coastal line. Then there are some islands located near the sea coast. Islands, a land that is surrounded by four sides also water. Middle there is a land surrounded by four sides water. So such a beautiful islands consist of our Karnataka coastal plain. These are the very small islands. See, among them Saint Mary's Island. This Saint Mary's Island also called as Coconut Island. Saint Mary's Island means also same, Coconut Island means also same. So this located near Malpe beach. This is Saint Mary's Island or Coconut Island located. Next, Anja Island. This is located near Karwar. Then Devagada, Kanjigudda islands are notable. These are the very important islands. Saint Mary's Island or Coconut Island, Anja Island, Devagada Island, Kanjigudda Island. These are the important islands located mainly especially and Karnataka's coastal plain. And the main occupation of the people near coast is fishing. So Karnataka's main occupation agriculture. But this is a coastal area, that is why majority of the people involving in a fishing, this is the first occupation. Second occupation is agriculture. agriculture. So here agriculture is also another important occupation. Then what is the first important occupation here? Fishing. Second one, agriculture, but not agriculture first. Agriculture second, fishing is the first. So you should be keep in your mind the coastal area's main occupation, fishing. Second important occupation, agriculture. And some of the important crops are growing in these coastal areas. So some of the important crops like, got it? See here, what type of crops especially grown in Karnataka's coastal plain? Cashew, coconut, arecanut, cardamom, paddy. So these are the very important crops growing coastal areas. Name the crops that grow in coastal areas means cashew, coconut, arecanut, cardamom and paddy. These are the very important crops grown especially in the coastal areas. And which are the main important Karnataka's coastal districts? Got it? Which are the important Karnataka's coastal districts? Dakshina Kannada, Udupi and Uttara Kannada. Dakshina Kannada, Udupi and Uttara Kannada. These are the very important. These three important districts consist of Karnataka's coastal line. So dear students, this is in detail information about the first physical division of our Karnataka state. So that is a coastal plain. Then the second one is the Malnad region. So dear students, I will teach you in detail information about Malnad region during next session. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is Chandrasekhar, Social Science teacher, BGS Public School, Shidlaghatta.